What's up guys, it's Joe Costello, CNC. That stands for Certified Nutrition Coach for those of you who don't know. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 best greens pills on the market. Now, greens pills are not to be confused with greens powders. That's a whole different animal. I'll touch on that briefly before diving into the best 3 greens pills. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So, the difference between powders and pills is really the overall potency. That's where it lies. So with greens powders, you get this giant bag of greens powder, and it comes with this huge scooper that allows it to contain a lot of superfoods. So if you've watched my videos before, you know that generally with greens powders, I like to see on average about 10,000 milligrams worth of superfoods per serving. And those giant bags of greens powder, with the scoopers that are about that big, with those, you can get about 10,000 milligrams into that scooper, and that allows powders to be more potent than pills. But pills are way more convenient, and you don't have to deal with the taste of greens powders. If you've used a greens powder, you know what I'm talking about. The taste is not good. It's gritty. I mean, it tastes like exactly what it is, which is powderized fruits, veggies, grasses, algae. I mean, that stuff just does not taste good. So if you are here because you don't want to have to deal with greens powders, the inconvenience of making the shake, the having to deal with the taste, the terrible taste of the shake, everything that comes with greens powders, the fact that they're more expensive, you know, they can be difficult. And I'm not trying to hate on greens powders. I love them. I take a greens powder every day. But this video is for people who don't want to have to deal with greens powders in terms of taste, inconvenience, all the stuff I just touched on. So let's go ahead and dive into greens pills. Like I said, the main issue is going to be that they're not going to be as potent as powders, but there are still some really great superfood supplements out there that come in pill form. So let's go ahead and talk about those now. My #1 ranked greens pill is Vitalia. So Vitalia is my #1 ranked for a lot of reasons, but the first reason, and probably the most important, is that it's the most potent at 5,200 milligrams worth of superfoods per serving. Now, compared to greens powders, like I said before, you get an average of about 10,000. That may not sound like a lot, but I promise you, when it comes to greens pills, and I'm about to prove it in a moment, so you don't have to take my word for it, when it comes to greens pills specifically, 5,000 milligrams per serving is a lot, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at the label. I'll show you the supplement facts panel, as I always do. So you can see for yourself that it does contain 5,000, actually it's 5,200 milligrams worth of superfoods in every serving. The other thing I want to talk about is superfood selection. So you can see how they separated the greens blend from the reds blend. That's just for more transparency. You know exactly what you're getting. You know the exact dosage sizes of each blend. And then at the bottom there, they even did the exact dosage size of the beetroot powder and the grapeseed extract. That's because those are 2 of the most important ingredients in the formula, and I think they know that, and that's why they emphasize having the exact dosage there. But anyway, so like I said, it is the most potent greens pill product on the market at 5,200 milligrams worth of superfoods per serving. The other thing I want to touch on that's very important, other than overall potency, is superfood selection. So you also want to know exactly what superfoods you're taking. There's a difference between high-end, high-quality, rare, hard-to-find superfoods, and then just kind of your average basic superfoods that you would find at a grocery store that you might even already get in your daily diet. Stuff that you would cook with your dinner, like green beans, you know, asparagus, celery, very basic greens that you can find at the grocery store and that you might already eat, like I said. That's not what you get with Vitalia. With Vitalia, you get chlorella, spirulina, wheatgrass, alfalfa grass, barley grass. I mean, these are very rare, very nutritious, high-end superfoods. So that's all to say that superfood selection is very important when you're looking really at any superfood supplement, but especially with greens pill products, because you can only fit so many nutrients in there. And for that reason, it's very important that they select the highest end, highest quality superfoods to fit in there. The stuff like just, you know, green beans, the stuff I touched on earlier, asparagus, celery, carrots, stuff that you can find at the grocery store. You don't need to be paying for that kind of stuff in a greens pill. You can get that stuff from the grocery store. This contains stuff that you can't. and that's one of the key points that I wanted to make. So yeah, 1, overall potency, 5,200 milligrams per serving, highest I've seen on the market when it comes to greens pills. 2, superfood selection, incredible. They did a great job at picking the high-end, rare superfoods that are the most nutritious. And then 3, price. So with greens pills, I'm going to shock you later on with the prices of what I have ranked at number 2 and number 3. This one is $59.99 for 1 jar. If you subscribe, that means you get automatic monthly shipments of it. It's only $49.99. $59.99 is already a low price point, and again, I'm going to prove that in this video by comparing that price point to the other ones. But yeah, if you just want to try it out, 59 bucks for Vidalia, over 5,000 milligrams of superfoods per serving, and the superfood selection is incredible, like I said. I will put a link in the description below that will take you to the Vidalia website where you can learn more. You can get the exact dosages of every single ingredient for full transparency, and it just has everything that you need to know on the website. So I will put a link in the video description below that takes you to the Vidalia website so you can check it out for yourself. Also, I do have an exclusive discount code for you. The code is SUPERFOODS. So if you do decide that you want to buy Vidalia, just type in the coupon code SUPERFOODS and you will get 20% off. Now, let's go ahead and get into number 2 and number 3. Number 2, I have ranked as Texas Superfood. Texas Superfood is a solid supplement. It does provide 4,000 milligrams worth of superfoods per serving. So it comes kind of close to Vidalia. It's over 1,000 milligrams less worth of superfoods, but I have a bigger issue with it. I'm going to show you guys the label before I forget. So this label is very tiny. I don't know if my camera is going to be able to zoom in on it well enough. Hopefully you guys can see that. Anyways, my biggest issue is that is a very long list of superfoods, and the superfood selection is not great. So already we have the number 1 issue of it's 1,200 milligrams less potent per serving than my number 1 ranked product, Vidalia. That's issue number 1. Issue number 2 comes down to the superfood selection, like we talked about before. The superfood selection is solid, which is why I have it ranked as my number 2. But my issue is, like I just said earlier, that very, very long list. I'll show you again. That's way, way too many superfoods to try to include in these little capsules. So what that means is a lot of people won't understand this, and I do because I'm a nutrition coach. It's my job to be able to evaluate these things. When you have that long of a list of superfoods, it means that the dosage of each one of those superfoods is very small. In order to fit like 100 superfoods in here, like this one has, you have to use very small dosages, and that's going to essentially render those ingredients ineffective. If the dosage is insufficient, the ingredient is ineffective. So my biggest issue with Texas Superfood, again, I do have it ranked number 2. It's a solid supplement. You get 4,000 milligrams of superfoods per serving, so it's solid. I don't want to bash it too much, but the superfood selection is just not really there, and it's too broad to the point where the dosages of each superfood are simply too small. That's my biggest issue with it, and that's why it ultimately ranks number 2. That combined with the fact that it's far less potent than Vidalia, which again ranks number 1. So, oh yeah, price. This is $73 a bottle, which again, just for comparison's sake, Vidalia is $59, so this is significantly more expensive, and Vidalia is also $49 if you do the subscribe option. This does not have a subscribe option, which is just inconvenient. I wish they did, but unfortunately they don't. So there's just that one price point, which again is $73 for a bottle. Way too high in my opinion for what you're getting. You're only getting 4,000 milligrams of superfoods in every serving, and like I said, when you further break down the label, that 4,000 number might sound high at first, but the way I just explained the label to you, hopefully you understand that it's really not worth it. So it's overpriced in my opinion. Solid supplement. I just think, again, superfood selection is not there, and it's a bit overpriced. So let's get to number 3. That is Balance of Nature Fruits and Veggies. Now, if you watch my channel regularly, you've probably heard me talk about this product before, and you probably already know that I don't really like this product, but when it comes to green pill products specifically, there's not a lot of them out there yet. They're kind of a new exploding sub-niche of greens powders and superfood supplements in general, so there's not a lot to choose from, but I will say Balance of Nature does provide 4,000 milligrams worth of superfoods in every serving, so that's nothing to scoff at. Again, it's the same as Texas Superfood. They both provide 4,000 milligrams worth of superfoods in every serving, which is solid, but I'll show you why this is number 3 and not number 2 or number 1. So first off, I'll show you guys the supplement facts panels before I forget. So this is for their fruits bottle. I don't know why they decided to separate the fruits bottle from the veggies bottle, but that is the supplement facts panel for the fruits bottle. Here is for the veggies. Now, you guys can see this for yourself, but I'll do the math for you. It adds up to about 4,000 milligrams worth of superfoods in every serving. So again, it's the same as Texas Superfood in terms of potency, but as I just showed you, and hopefully it zoomed in and you were able to see the superfood selection, that again is going to be my biggest issue, just like I had with Texas Superfood. The superfoods in Balance of Nature are celery, broccoli, they're carrots. It's just stuff that is not technically a superfood. It's just very basic fruits and vegetables that you might already get in your daily diet and that you certainly can find at your grocery store. So it's nothing like Vidalia in that Vidalia has those rare farm fresh superfoods that you can only find at like local organic farms or literally in the ocean in the case of some grasses and algae that it contains. This, when I'm talking about Balance of Nature, very, very basic formula, very, very basic ingredients. I just really don't like the superfood selection. So 4,000 milligrams, decent dosage like I said before, but the superfood selection just is not there. And here's the kicker, somehow, I don't know how people pay this price, but somehow this is $89. So just to get these two bottles, if you buy one time instead of subscribing, it's $89. So I mean, I can't believe there's anyone out there who's paying that price for this product. It's just not that good of a product. Certainly not worth $89. They do have a subscribe and save option, like Vidalia does, and that knocks the price down from $89 to $69. But again, it's still more expensive than Vidalia somehow. So hopefully what I've proven to you in this video by showing you the supplement facts panels, and then giving you guys the price points, is that Vidalia is actually the most potent greens pill on the market. It has the best superfood selection, and it is somehow the least expensive of the three. I don't know how, but it is, and that's just awesome. I mean, it's already my favorite greens pill on the market. The fact that it's the cheapest one is just the cherry on top. So that's kind of going to wrap up the video here. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Again, if you do want to check out Vidalia, I will put a link in the video description below. Click that link. It'll take you to the Vidalia website where you can learn everything you need to know. And like I said, you can get 20% off with that exclusive discount code that is Superfoods. So just enter the coupon code Superfoods and you will get 20% off if you do decide to buy Vidalia. Again, Texas Superfood was number 2 and Balance of Nature was number 3. So go ahead and check all of those out. I would encourage you to compare them all yourselves. Hopefully I did a solid job in this video of doing that comparison for you. But yeah, feel free to explore and look further into these supplements. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, guys.